Hello and welcome to Mangley Town, and today you join me at the historic dockyard Chatham for the Chatham and District Model Railway Show 2024, and join me as we set up this space into this year's show. Keep watching and you'll see how this will transform to approximately 108 trade stands, society stands, layouts into hopefully Kent's largest model railway show. Enjoy! As you can see, this is quite an impressive space to fill, and I'll give you another view once you won't see much of the floor. So we have various bits and pieces arriving. Only bits at the moment, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more as marking out for all the stands is happening, and obviously all being labelled up so everybody knows where they are and if they need tables, chairs, power, etc. And on the first setup night, the excitement continues unabated as we start sorting out all the power supplies for the stands. And only a couple of hours into day 2, Friday, for the setup, and already it's starting to come together. A lot more than just the bare floor and the markings out. Some of the base electrics in as well, but there's still plenty more to do on that. I've already got a few layouts and trader turned up, and more will be arriving very shortly, and I'll show you as it starts to come together more. And very early birds as well setting up, but it's no surprise at the size of the layout. I'm pretty sure it will be the largest one here, but this is Ebsworth Street being set up. And one thing I didn't know from that little bit there was an addition a few years ago to the lines at the back, ready with more stock on. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this up and going. It was my first exhibition back in 2019 at Tunbridge. I first saw this, and with a new measurement train running as well, and that just sealed my fate in the hobby and for collecting in the City 125s. So we'll check in with this a little bit later, and also on the main videos for the exhibition. And we have another layout arriving. This is the yard, so we'll follow that as it gets set up. Obviously fairly robust in the back there, but I think all the delicate stuff is in the other car, so we'll keep a check on this one. And here we have the bit of heavy lifting. Look at that, done with ease. And then after more kit from the second car itself, the actual layout coming out. So we'll see what that looks like when it starts to get unwrapped. And we have Kernel Model Rail Centre turning up for their stand as well, so we'll follow that. And here we have the layout perfectly packed, take up the least amount of room as possible, and obviously all other bits and pieces come out as well. So the yard coming apart to go back together again like a well-oiled machine. And Kernel packed to the rafters with plenty of stock for people to have a look at and buy over the weekend. And as the day goes by, more layouts going up and getting prepared for the show. And then the careful manoeuvres of the yard getting ready to go in place. You'll see this in the exhibition video. It is a very nice layout, and with a mix of the remote control on it as well, it's always something to keep you interested. And again, making it look easy. And there we go. And we also have the first society starting to set up, which is the service support group to the Linton and Barnstaple Railway. So we'll see how that looks when they get all their gear out. And this is Ebsworth Street, all set up and ready to go for the weekend.
And you've got me really hooked without any real movement, because again of the detail,
and testing
things
already
really
going on.
appeal to me. We've got the railhead frequency train and we've got the fuel. Yeah, so basically,
don't forget to join me in the main show videos showing all the layouts with the rolling stock and a quick look at all the stands and everything. And we have model railway scenes all unloaded and ready to start setting up with all their delights for people over the weekend. We'll have a look at that as it comes together. And the service support group coming together as well, with stock coming out, being set up. And the yard coming together even more. Definitely looking not far off. And back to Kernel to see that that's starting to come together nicely. And I'm also just impressed with the amount of stock they brought with them as well. That's going to be an impressive stand. And we have the Kent Group G-Scale Society setting up an impressive size oval here. Obviously for G-Scale, so it's going to be on the large side, so we'll keep an eye on that as that comes together as well. And we have the Museum of Transport coming together as well. Obviously a lot of fiddly and intricate work to make sure everything joins together, and that they've got the conductivity over the whole layout. And again, very impressive layout when it's all together and running, as you'll see in the next video. And we have the G-Scale all fitted together now, and obviously putting all the scenics out. Nice to see a layout of this size with scenics on as well. And one of the stalwarts of the Southeastern model exhibition scenes just turned up and setting up as well, so we'll catch up as another trader comes together.
Hello.
And Mr. Adrian himself. And here we have another very impressive size layout, Hazelcombe being set up, so we'll catch up with that as it comes together, and obviously a full tour and rolling stock running in the main videos. And back at Harrison Brown Models, just goes to show it's not just a case of getting some stock out of containers and chucking it on a table. There can be a lot of setting up to do, even just for a stand. And reasonably new to the model railway exhibition scene is model railway scenes, with a very, very nice looking stand, and obviously plenty to fill it as well. So we'll have a look what that's like as he finds the time to get it all together. And yet another trader setting up boxes and boxes of stock. Really must be something for anybody to find with all the traders at this show. So if you've never planned on coming to an exhibition, you need to get to one. And considering the immense amount of stock that you can see, and I must add a lot of show special very good offers, that is Kernel set up already. So all good to go for you lovely lot at the weekend. And also not forgetting the Club Zone stand as well, being set up with quite an offering as well. And not only from East Greensted Club do we have a layout in construction, we have a layout in construction. So it'll be nice to see that as that comes together for the weekend. I believe it is a TT120 layout, which will be the first proper layout I've seen in TT120. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And it's certainly all go at the moment, because I only turn my back for a minute and there's another 2 layouts already pretty much set up. And again, before you notice them come out of cars and vans, more spring up. All different sizes, all different gauges, something for everyone. And again, another stalwart of the South Eastern model railway scene in Victor Rail, here and setting up again for you lovely lot. And it's not even show day yet, and Ebsworth Street still looks very impressive with the rolling stock on it, testing the layout. And back over to the Harrison Brown stand where it's starting to come together. Looks like it's all offloaded and just needs to be merchandised now. Obviously a lot of work for all the exhibitors here, whether it be a layout or a trade stand. And another thing that pleases me is a Lego train layout just arrived and being set up, so I'll be very impressed to see that when it's all together. So we'll see that a bit later as well as it progresses. And again, a lot more involved if you've got a very large layout that needs to go up. And this looks like a massive engineering work just in itself, even when it just all fits together. Definitely looking forward to seeing this when it's up and running.
They're going to your
and the Lego layout coming along smashingly as well. And back to the model railway scene stand, which is nearly done, and this is a very nice display. I do like neat and tidy, and this definitely ticks the box. I'd definitely come and check them out. And even drawn into the evening, yet another retailer with an immense selection of stock setting up ready for the weekend. If you weren't able to make it this year, surely you'll need to come to next year's. And for me, the King of Kent Garden Rail is here setting up ready for the weekend as well. Again, a vast selection of stock. And what a little difference a couple of hours in the morning can make, because that's now coming together as a layout. And in particular for me, the TT120 Intercity 125 full rake. I'll be looking forward to seeing that go around in a while. And I may be a bit biased, it is my club, it is our show, but I've got to say, what a fabulous weekend. And now, as you can see from all that we've got here, everything shortly has got to come down. And it's a lot. So if you didn't come this year, I think it's best you make sure you come next year. Because you'd have had all of that. Other than that, thank you for watching and see you again soon. Bye. And of course, there's lots of delicate bits which need to be packed away carefully. I mean, the layouts need to be packed away carefully, but stripping down does take time in itself. And even the depleted displays of the traders still need packing away carefully and sorting out. And all the things like chairs that didn't put themselves out don't take themselves down again as well, so everything getting packed up. And luckily there are people that know enough that even though it's massive back to this layout, it is all fairly simple to pack up because it's all modular, but it still takes its time. And for some, the yard, stuff does go away as neatly as it came in. Very well trained. Now, some of it might not look much before it came together, but this is the fruits of everyone's labour. What a stunning set out, full hall, and lovely to walk around as well. So many nice people. If you didn't come this year, make sure you do another year, and you'll see the hard work that everybody's put in to give you this show is absolutely worth it for you. And if you did come, I really hope you enjoyed. I have. Thank you.